And when they don't matter, they don't create matter. You are not putting energy into them to continue creating them, to continue giving them substance. So you distance yourself from them, you go into the heart, and in going into the heart, those problems aren't matter. They're not there. And over the days and weeks as you meditate, they will melt away. And if they don't melt away, if certain of them are there to teach you a karmic lesson, then that lesson will be so much easier for you. You will know what to do. You will know how to tackle them. You will know how to challenge them. You will know how to move through them. The best advice I can give you, the God advice I can give you, the good advice I can give you is to come in here, to revisit yourself and to ignore what the field is saying to you. Whether it is saying it to you through people, through situations, through challenges, through what you see on the news, through what you read in the newspapers. Ignore it. Ignore it. Go within daily. Charge yourself daily with light, and you will see that you are changing your dream and able then to change the dreams of others. Is that a coherent answer?
Yes, thank you. Interestingly, as you're speaking, I'm a beekeeper, and the light of the beehive in the summer is very easy to see. And as you were speaking, they've actually now proven that during the winter months when bees hibernate, it's actually the busiest time for the bees. It's just that they do it all inside the hive. So it looks on the surface as if the hive is in darkness in the winter months, but actually the light and the energy of the hive is actually on the inside. And as you were speaking then, that just kept coming into my mind all the time, is that the bees show us that actually just only through, it isn't that it's darkness, it's the fact that the light is inside at that time, that's all. And I love the fact that you said to say to the day to go away, and thank you very much, that's a lovely gift, thank you.
That is a beautiful analogy, and I know that you've seen the hive connection in the bees. I know that you've seen the unification of mind there. And it is a beautiful analogy because, again, you are being given an illustration through other aspects of creation as to how we relate. Because we are all part of a hive. We are all individuals, but we are all connected as part of a hive. And it takes the strong bees to direct the other bees to the honey. And you have to be one of the strong bees. You have to do the dance that leads the other bees to light. And then you change as the bees recognize that you are bringing light, that you are bringing better honey. You change the other bees. You change the hive mind. And by changing the hive mind, you change the nature of reality. So that that brightness that is within is suddenly without and the darkness is gone. Another question, please.
Can I ask about karma? When things happen to your family, you're told that's bad karma from a previous life. What's your taking on that?
My taking on karma is that much is said about it without too much being understood about it. And again, from the point of view of the earth, karma often looks like a dire punishment because of something that, as you say, you did wrong so long ago, something you can't remember, and your hands are tied, and here you are being punished because of it. I use the word nonsense quite a lot, and I shouldn't really, but nonsense. Nonsense. Karma is not that at all. Karma is a process whereby in any person's life there is quite a straight path and quite a crooked path. And the straight path is the one that the spirit doing the travelling, the person on earth, is urged to take. The straight path. The easy path, easy spiritually. In other words, to recognize and remember who you are and to do something about it. Not to concentrate on the desires of the field, but to concentrate instead on getting the hive mind right, and on getting your own mind right. And certain instances in your past in this life, and your past in other lives, have meant, because of how you have tackled them, that your vibrationary rate has stayed at a certain level. Now, in order to evolve, or in order to visit, to experience these spiritual realms, one after another, after another, after another, after another, your vibration has to be capable of recognizing those realms. In other words, it has to vibrate at some point at the same rate of vibration as those realms, each individual realm, or you cannot see that realm and you cannot enter that realm. So your karma is designed to increase your vibrationary rate spiritually, not physically. Things are fast enough physically as it is, but spiritually, to increase your vibrationary rate through the experiences that come to you. Karma is a matter of recognizing something that leads to an increase in vibrationary rate. Unfortunately, because of the effects of the field, and because of the desires of the individual based on past life experience to this point, sometimes those signposts are not recognized easily. Sometimes the individual going through the challenge wants to repeat the challenge. I got it wrong last time, I'll get it right this time. Oops, I got it wrong this time again, I'll get it right next time. And then the relatively smooth path of individual spiritual evolution becomes a crooked and a jagged path. Because the God within seeks to elevate the individual during the passage of one lifetime as much as he, she, it can. Therefore, if a spirit will not recognize the light, the only tools available to the lords of karma, to the God within, are the tools of the material world. And so aspects of the material world are drawn to the spirit so that the spirit can work out what is necessary and what is not necessary for that spirit's evolution, for the heightening, for the speeding up of that spirit's vibrationary rate. So karma is not a cruel thing. It is the world as it is that is a cruel thing. And karma is not a debt. Karma is a point. Karma is a point on a graph that says this particular individual has not reached this point and still believes in the principles below this point. And because of that, the vibrationary rate, it sounds very mathematical, is only up to this level. Therefore, they can only experience, when they come back to the spirit worlds, anything to this level. What we must try and do with all our hearts and minds is to get them up to this level at least whilst they are on earth. And it will seem difficult for them because they are locked within an illusion that lasts for them a lifetime and seems to be ever such a long time. But nevertheless, we have to try and bring them to a different way of thinking by allowing them to come up against circumstances that they can then judge for themselves whether those circumstances are detrimental to their spiritual progress or beneficial to their spiritual progress. Karma then is a marker. It is a marker of the soul's evolution or re-emergence. Evolution suggests that that soul has not been up to that point before, when in fact it has. In fact, each of us, each of you, came down from a point far above that point in order to experience the earth plane as was. And it was the effects of the fall that necessitated that spirits needed to find their way out through experience. So karma is a set of experiences designed to elevate you, to liberate you, to free you. And I do not hold with the wagging of a finger and saying that is your karma because of something you did wrong in the past. We all got it wrong. I got it wrong. The soul group got it wrong. We didn't intend to get it wrong. We thought we were doing something right. It went wrong. Because of that, we were blinkered. And unless we are evolved enough to respond daily, minute by minute, second by second, to the promptings of the God within, we have to learn with the tools that are at our disposal at this time. The tools of the physical world. And the tools of the physical world group themselves around us so that we can progress from that physical world into the spiritual realms where we came from once again. You might say, well, what's the effect? What is the field doing whilst all this is going on? Well, of course, the field is making it harder for that karma to be experienced. Because as you perhaps take the rugged road, the rocky road, the bent, the twisting road, and you come up against circumstances which are challenging, the field convinces you that they are more challenging than they are. The field convinces you that you are a thoroughly bad lot and have sinned against God and against the field in the past, and adds weight to those karmic lessons. Again, it is a matter in all challenges in life of going within, of seeking the advice of God. And that is one of the points of karma, to turn you from the outside to the inside, to seek your help to yourself, to seek the help that you can give to yourself to elevate your vibration, to seek God and to see that there is a center that is immovable and cannot be degraded or damaged by the effects of the field. Gosh, we've gone a long way. Does that make sense?
It does very much, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Another question, please.
Can I ask, is there a limit on the ability of our healing, the healing that we can deliver?
The only limit on your healing ability is the limit that your physical mind places on the healing, and the limit that the person or situation that you are trying to heal also puts on the healing. We are creative beings. We were designed by God. We are children of God to be as creative as Him. As creative as Him. And God does not sit by a bedside and say, I wonder if I can heal this person. God says, this person has nothing to heal. It is only the physical that appears to need healing. It is the person's point of view that needs to change. It is the person's dreaming that needs to change. It is important in healing communities, individuals, to again establish your link with God, and to push outside of yourself, to one side of yourself, that recognition of yourself as being a finite physical being. And to push aside your desires for the healing, because the desires very often come from the physical body and the physical mind, and not from the spiritual mind, from the heart mind. So you push those things to one side. You connect with God and then you say, Father, I exist as a healing channel and nothing more. Take over. You do the healing. And then you accept that the healing has been done. This is most important, because immediately you close down after healing, there is a tendency to question just how much healing has been given. Is the person healed 20% or 40%, or did the healing take place or did it not take place? And the physical mind again puts man traps in the way between you and the healing you wish to give out.